Hello, I'm Jerry Ford. I'm gonna read a story out of this book here called The Scary States of America, 50 Weird and Terrifying Stories, one from each state based on true events by Michael Teitelbaum. And the state I'm gonna read this time is Missouri, the Phantom Firefighter. Okay. A fellow collector of paranormal tales from St. Louis, Missouri, who goes by the name of Ghost Shark, sent me this text. So, GS will be Ghost Shark, Paraguy will be, I think his name is Jason. He's the paranormal guy that's taking in all these stories. Okay, it starts off like this. GS says, "Dude, gotta tell you about my brother Justin." Paraguay says, "Let me guess. He was abducted by the psychic ghost of an alien with really big feet." GS says, "You are like the weirdest dude." Paraguay, "So what are you gonna tell me? He went to some haunted house?" GS, "Close. Actually, he was a haunted It was a haunted firehouse. He just became a firefighter in St. Louis, and all the rookies in the department have to go through a kind of initiation thing. But this one was weird. Dude, right up your alley. Check it out, Jason. This is the story my brother sent me in an email." "Hey, little bro. How are things at home? I know I promised to email you, so here it is. Only thing, don't show this to Mom and Dad. They'd just freak out. You'll know why when you finish reading it. I was so proud that first day when I put on the uniform. Training was hard, but it was worth it. You know, this is all I wanted to do since I was a kid, and we used to play fire engine. Now here I am, a real life firefighter." The first few days were great. I went out on a couple of calls, got to know the guys at the firehouse, and tried my best not to smile all the time. Then, at the end of that week, I ended up alone in the firehouse. Rookies get left behind on calls that don't require the full team. I put some equipment away and got our other truck into shape. I had just finished lining up boots and coiling a hose onto the truck when I noticed a strange noise coming from upstairs. I heard a scraping sound, as if someone were dragging heavy equipment across the floor. "Hey, who's up there?" I shouted. "I thought you guys were all out." The only response was the harsh, metallic scuffing noise again. I put down the hose and bounded up the old metal stairs. "Hello?" I shouted again. The noise grew louder the closer I got to the upper floor. I stepped off the stairs and flipped on the overhead lights. I saw no one, but I spotted half a dozen oxygen tanks scattered across the room. "Cute, guys," I said, laughing. "Really nice. You know, I stacked 50 of those yesterday." Again, no reply. The lights went off, and I found myself in total darkness. Feeling my way along the railing, trying hard not to fall down the stairs, I reached the light switch and flipped it back on. "I know you're messing with the rookie," I shouted to whoever was hiding. "It's okay. I'll pay my dues and restack them." The lights went off again. I was standing right next to the switch. There was nobody else here. This was getting really weird. Thwip. I guess that's the sound of the light switch coming on. I heard the unmistakable sound of someone sliding down. Oh no. I heard the unmistakable sound of someone sliding down the fire pole and hitting the ground on the first floor. Then the downstairs radio blared on. I recognized the song. It was an old Benny Goodman record from the 1940s that Grandpa used to play for me when I was a little kid. I flipped the lights back on and dashed for the pole. "Gotcha!" I cried, sliding down. Thwip! Thwip! I hit the ground on the first floor, expecting to see one of my fellow firefighters waiting at the bottom of the pole to laugh at me. No one was waiting. But what I did see freaked me out. The row of boots that I had just neatly lined up were scattered all over the floor. The hose on the fire truck was completely uncoiled, its nozzle dancing in midair like a frenzied snake. "Okay, guys, this isn't funny anymore," I cried, feeling the hair on the back of my neck stand up. "How the heck are you doing this?" The radio station changed suddenly, this time to an episode of an old radio drama from the same period. Spooky music and a witch's cackle echoed through the firehouse as the hose bobbed up and down in front of my eyes. Suddenly, the hose shot forward, wrapping itself around my arms like an angry python. What in the name of... Completely losing my cool, I struggled to move, but the hose had my arms pinned to my sides. "Step into the inner sanctum," a deep voice boomed from the radio, "and face your own worst fears." That's when the axe came flying off the truck, heading right for my head. It felt like time stood still. The image of the axe slicing my head off flashed in front of my eyes as the creepy music from the radio show filled my ears. I dropped on the floor just as the axe zipped past my head and smashed into the opposite wall, crashing into a row of photos of firefighters who had died in the line of duty. The axe embedded itself in the wall, knocking one of the pictures to the floor. I hit the cement hard and then rolled along the floor, uncoiling the hose until I was free. Jumping to my feet, I grabbed the axe and yanked it from the wall. "Show yourself!" I shouted, clutching the axe and preparing for the next assault. I tell you, little bro, I was pissed. But mostly I was scared. This was no rookie initiation. Something beyond explanation was going on here. The upstairs lights flickered on and off, again and again. "This has gone too far," I yelled, heading for the stairs. With the axe gripped firmly in my hands, I inched my way up the stairs, my boots clacking on the textured metal treads. I inched my way up the stairs, my boots clacking on the textured metal treads, my back pressed against the wall along the staircase. The lights continued to flash on and off, as a sickening cackle poured from the radio. Wait, that laugh isn't coming from the radio. It's coming from upstairs. I tightened my grip on the axe as I approached the top step. Sweat poured from my forehead as I prepared to face my tormentor. Taking a deep breath, I stepped from the stairs onto the second floor. Feet spread apart, the axe raised and ready. The lights went out and stayed out. I felt waves of heat assault my face. Smoke filled my nostrils. Was the firehouse on fire? Woo, woo, woo. That's what it says. Woo, woo, woo. A surge of adrenaline tore through my veins as the siren on the fire truck downstairs blared to life. The engine started and the bell clanged loudly. I wouldn't be able to imitate a fire truck noise, but that's what that is. Someone's stealing the truck. The path to the pole, the fastest way down, was cloaked in total darkness. I turned and bolted down the stairs, reaching the bottom in time to see the fire truck begin to pull out of the firehouse. I ran to the front, leaped on, and threw open the driver's side door. Nobody was driving the truck. An unseen force shoved me off the truck, and I tumbled to the floor. The axe skidded across the smooth cement. Scrambling back to my feet, I raced outside. The fire truck was gone. It had vanished completely. Then a siren screamed behind me. I spun around, and there was the truck. I had just seen it leave, but there it was, back in its spot. The siren and engine shut off. In the eerie quiet, I began to wonder if I was losing my mind. How could the truck drive off by itself? How did it get past me to return to its spot back in the station? The scream of a siren startled me, and I turned to the street to see our other engine backing into the house. My buddies were back, but what was I going to tell them? How'd you do with Frank? Marty asked as he hopped off the truck and looked around at the scattered boots, the gash in the wall, and the picture lying on the floor. A huge smile spread across his ruddy face. "Frank?" I asked. "Who's Frank?" Marty walked over to the wall where the axe had struck. Kneeling down, he picked up the photo that had fallen to the floor. "Frank Knight," Marty said, handing me the picture. It was an old, black-and-white shot of a firefighter in uniform. He was a member of this company, killed during a real bad blaze back in 1940. Only nobody ever told old Frank to stop coming to work. He likes to give rookies a hard time. Save us the trouble. We figured that since you were here alone, Frank would welcome you properly. Well, little bro, that was my initiation, and you know what? I can't wait for the next rookie to come along." Wow. That's crazy. Missouri. Alright. So, the Phantom Firefighter. Missouri. Interesting. So there you go. The Scary States of America by Michael Teitelbaum. If you're into these kind of stories and you would like to have one of these for your collection, get you a copy of it. I'm sure Michael Teitelbaum would appreciate it. And I thank you all for watching. I appreciate that, and we'll see you on the next one.